I had to wait a while for our update tonight because there was a weather delay in Indiana. I wish there was a weather delay in the Meadows. It poured. It wasn't supposed to rain. My new suit, I waited all year. I had it, just never used it. I always have a bunch of suits. And I knew I had my new suit. Packed it to go to PEI. Never got to use it. Put it on today. I'm like, the zipper wasn't working right on one of them. I said, I'll use this suit. Poured rain in time is on my sides race. You know, a little sprinkle as we went on the track. And I was like, it's not supposed to rain, I don't think. And Wilder went by me. He goes, there's a chance. I said, well, thanks. I'm feeling it. And it opened up. And it rained for 10-15 minutes. Hard. I had delay. I didn't make the next post parade because I was out getting my mud gear. Thank God I had mud gear in my car to begin with. Damage was already done. Suit covered in mud. But I guess we'll file that under it was worth it, right? I have to start my video tonight by saying I forgot to talk about Princess Dream and Really Don't Care last night. One of our clients said you didn't mention the fillies. Well, there really wasn't a whole lot to mention. Really Don't Care is rounding into shape. Should she have won? Yes. Looked like James kind of got his wheel in behind the horse in front of him, and when he corrected her, she just flattened up on him. She'll get there. Looks like she's going to be in the hunt, which is what we want. Like I said to James, you know, if we get a mark of 55 or 56 on this filly before the end of the year, that would really help. You know, she's worth quite a bit of money as a broodmare. I'd have assist her to, I don't know, When Doves Cry or her mother, I can't remember. Anyway, Princess Dream, a week off, and race last night. You know, you get away fifth, and they go in 57, 58 in front of you, and you're off a week. It's your third start. She held her own down the lane. She didn't gain an inch. She didn't lose that much, if any. But she does have to be a little bit better than that. So we'll see how she races next week. Back on 7 days' notice. So the two fillies, my apologies to everybody, all my partners on them. Yes, I didn't bring them up. It was out of sight, out of mind. We'll watch the races. I said both were okay. Both need to be better. But I'm not disappointed with either race last night. I guess that's the best way to put it. Talked about I was excited. I think that was part of the reason I forgot to. I didn't do a video in the morning, and then after all that training, I was digesting it all, right? Going over it in my mind, and then really pleased with the number and the way the horses trained today, and it slipped my mind. So my apologies to our partners. We'll go by. That little ding you just heard was somebody talking about JK Victory winning at 52-3 in the mud. A good mile for him, down in class and driven appropriately. Very happy to see him get back on his way. So we started the evening with a win, and we ended the evening with a win. There were a couple of flat miles tonight, though. Fire and Shine a little all over the track and really didn't get into it. And we need to end the year. One, I'd like to get a lifetime mark as a 2-year-old on her, and two, end the year understanding your work, doing your work well. It just seems when you watch her, I don't feel it as much when I'm driving her, but when I watch her, she still seems super green. So we need to, she doesn't have that many starts left as a 2-year-old, so she's not going to make any consolations or anything of that matter. We're going to have to find a maiden where, she can get in the action and get the job done. Whether that be Scioto, Northfield, or the Meadows, I'm not sure which one. We got to get the job done at some point with her. Watch your mouth. They go in 53. You are going to get beat. I thought he raced rather well. He raced 53-4, 54 tonight. I thought he raced pretty good for being off a couple of weeks also. Good job by Scotty Coulter. Rose Run Alexandra, also a little bit flat. I had an email from somebody tonight saying, we should turn her out. We'll bring her back in the winter. We're not turning her out yet. I know that, the filly still has a lot to learn. She had a slow start to her career. She's been a little bit under the weather her last 2 starts. I'll admit she was a little bit flat tonight, a little bit flat last week, but that's not generally her. And sure, we could turn her out. I'm not going to rush to turning her out just yet. That may mean that she races once or twice more. But again, she's a better horse than Fire and Shine, but same type of thing. All right. You know, the 2-year-old season didn't go the way we wanted it with her. That's fine. Get the job done. Let's get to work. So, got to get her blood back in order. It wasn't perfect after her last start. I believe that Dr. Latessa thought he could have her real good for the final tonight. I'd say she was marginally better than last week, but certainly not up to where we expect her to be just yet. And then Irresistible Sun, truthfully, was the only disappointing race from tonight. Good trip right in behind Spazzano. Should have been close to those front 2 horses. Duke's horse that Ronnie drove and Aaron. Irresistible Sun should have been just off their flank. A good 3rd. Instead, he was a poor 6th. So Jason Merriman has the horses in Scioto tonight. He was going to look to get him scoped for us. It's not that easy all the time. It's spread out. I'm not sure that he could get him scoped. But if he does, great. Because I'd like to know what I watched tonight. Because not very often that horse throws in a clunker. And tonight was a clunker. But I mean, the frustrating part is you just have this disjointed season where, you know, that series didn't fill, and it really screwed everything up. He was on top of this game. He was trotting well. He was kind of on fire at the time. Won that race, and then the class didn't fill for 2 weeks. So a little frustrating, but I would hope that he bounces back. Listen, that's not Irresistible Sun, so why? What did I witness tonight? How do we rectify it, and how long will it take? I would suggest probably a little bit of mucus found. You might find an elevated GGT with him also. Nothing serious, but just enough where, you know, we're used to seeing him at 95 or 100%, and maybe this is what 90% looks like, which is unacceptable. But, you know, nature being what it is, he can't be 100% all the time. So a little bit flat tonight, not what I want to see from him either, but honestly, not very often you see a flat mile from Irresistible Sun, so I'm sure he'll bounce back. Now, we ended the night with JK Victory, a great victory. It was 4-5, so it was expected. Not expected by some, but optimistically expected by me. It was the first winner of the night, and that was Time Is On My Side. We needed to be 1, 2, or 3. I think 3 would have done it, but I'm not positive. But we needed to be 1, 2, or 3 to guarantee our spot in the Pennsylvania Sires Final. Now, make no mistake, it's no cakewalk. They're not printing the check up as we speak, expecting us to win the final. We still got to go up against Captain Albano, right? And all those colts that made it in the final are pretty nice horses, top to bottom. So it's going to be the draw. How we draw. A lot of people asking. I did update you on Tenacious Hanover also today. He's going to school on Tuesday, and we're going to race him next Sunday or Monday at the Poconos, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It might be Philly, Poconos. They don't race everything like in Ohio. The finals are at Northfield. The consolations or whatever might be at Dayton. The dates are made. But well, I guess it is the same. It'll either be at the Poconos for Time Is On My Side, which I believe it is. Does that mean that the 3-year-old pace consolations are that night? Possibly. Then the Stallion Series would be at Philadelphia, but then the finals for the 2-year-old trotting colts, which is where Arrowhead Hanover is going to emerge, are next Thursday at the Meadows. It's a little odd, right? He's going to be training tomorrow in preparation for next Thursday's races. I will give you one update that you did not know. I'm not going to Kentucky on Tuesday. I thought, for whatever reason, I thought Northfield was racing Monday. I'm looking at Aunt Lily and Freedom Hill, and that's on Monday. No, that's Tuesday. So it frees up my time a little bit. I was really worried I couldn't get over. You know what? If we can't get Casanova Hall qualified, I want it to be because I screwed up or I couldn't get it done, and not somebody else where I could linger and just say, well, I'm in Kentucky. I could have been qualifying that horse. So that's the plan with Casanova, is to qualify him. I'm going to school Tenacious Hanover. Going to qualify Insider Trading. I can go over there and get that done. Then I can stay at Northfield, drive Aunt Lily and all the horses we have in on Tuesday night. That means Tuesday afternoon, the girls are on their own. between Scott, Dave Miller, Dexter, Ronnie Wren. We have very capable and competent people that are going to drive these horses. It's from a gambler's perspective, probably a step up. But, I'll be completely forthright with everybody. Dio's race doesn't really matter. I'd like to see her race well again, stay flat and do her best work, but I don't think she can make it anywhere near the final of the Golden Rod. Gymboree and Rosetta, I feel bad. Rosetta, she was better the other day, but again, not perfect, and might be a little bit of a difficult venture with her. I know her, and that's the one that bothers me the most. Gymboree's a sweetheart. She'll do her work as best she can for whoever drives her. Grand Slam Dio, I think, will be just fine. Green Glitter will be a little difficult. I don't know if Scotty can take her. I look quick at the draw. I think he might have won in there, maybe not. He's driven her before. He qualified her first lifetime qualifier, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I know he can't take most, but he can take one, and I think that one was Green Glitter. So we'll see how it plays out. But for Tuesday, I do need to be at Northfield. I do need to be at the Meadows. So it worked. It worked out all right. So a great day at the races today. Time is on my side. Just such a nice horse. I'm always going to choose to drive in an aggressive way. That's just how I'm made. I was always. And the 4 and 5 didn't show a lot of gate speed, a little bit, but not a ton. And I figured if I could control the race and they would have to come to me, then that would be my opportunity to win. And that's exactly what took place today. It might have only been 28 seconds, but the wind was starting to pick up a little bit at our head coming home, and it was pouring rain at that point. So whacking it out 26 and 2, 54 and 3, 27 flat with the wind at our backs down the backstretch, and then at our heads turning for home, 27 flat down the backstretch, 28 flat at the end of it. But you know what? None of that matters. New lifetime mark, put on a very, very nice horse, and time is on my side is most definitely that. Very nice colt. Hard to believe that horse from 2, this is what we get at 3, but it just hopefully gives everybody pause that these things do happen, right? It was a little bit of an odd schedule, but we made it work, and I think the colt was better for it. Both his confidence and his maturity and his strength, his stamina. He's turned out to be one of the better colts in the sophomore division, and it is a deep, deep, very tough division. So we're off to the Pennsylvania Sires next week. That was loud. We're off to the Pennsylvania Sires next week with time, and then after that, we fully plan to be at the Little Brown Jug with him, so that should be a lot of fun also for our clients. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm just looking quickly at the calendar for tomorrow. Excited to see Drebin. Patrick the Piranha drew the outside again. I can tell you right now, Sean Johnson's driving him. He's just going to duck him. There's no point. Yes, it's frustrating when they draw poorly, but driving them poorly when they draw poorly just makes for a bad next start also. And this guy from Post 9 just makes no sense. He'll likely race him from off the pace. 3-point Blue Chip, Brock Shining Star, No Free Lunch, George of the Jungle, Save America is in action again too. Don't Talk About Bruno and Prince Charmer on Saturday. Sunday, Maury and Westland Warrior race, and I'll make it back after Ollie's baseball tournament to drive Gorgeous Package later on at night. Monday, we have Arson, Brace for Landing, Yo Mister, and All Gas No Brakes. So far, we have Gaslight Hall and Century Legion on Tuesday. 5-2 on Gaslight Hall. For our plan to continue to move forward successfully, he needs to win on Tuesday. So we'll see. Most importantly, I'm on my way to see Ollie's baseball tournament. They were winners tonight, 6-2. So they're on to round 2 of the OBAs. I think they have 2 games tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a scorcher. It's going to be an absolute scorcher in Windsor, but you know what? Never complain about the nice weather because we're heading into September. Shortly after that is October, and it gets a little colder, I think, in those months. So no complaints about the heat. I'll be fine with it tomorrow. Just excited to watch Ollie play. And hopefully the Guelph Royals pull it out and are OBA champions like they were at the ICBAs last week. So, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Listen, if you're in the Windsor area, feel free to drop by. A lot of our clients have already asked, hey, when's Ollie playing and where? He's playing tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. I had the park up, forgot it. Tomorrow morning in Windsor, he'll be playing. So, with that, I hope you guys had a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Congratulations to all my partners in JK Victory, and especially all my partners on Time Is On My Side. A very timely victory, because he has now garnered a spot in the Pennsylvania Sires Final, $253,000. He'll race for next Monday, I believe, in the Poconos. So, have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Oh, a lot going on for the rest of the weekend. Good luck to everybody. Take care.